Hi, I'm Kevin Metzger, and this is Metzger Business 5 on AI for May 30th, 2023. In today's episode, we'll cover I asked ChatGPT for a summary of today's news on AI. It got it right. And the hot topics. The existential threat of AI and the rise of Nvidia are the two topics that it came up with. Asking ChatGPT for a summary of the news. So if you're using ChatGPT Plus and have access to the plugins and browsing functionality, there are several ways you can ask for news summaries. I've been asking for general news summaries from ChatGPT for the last week, and this morning I was watching a video from the AI Advantage where they suggested that you ask for a summary on a specific topic. So I tried it and was impressed with the results. Actually, I've been impressed with the general news summary results. I get a summary as well as links to the sources. I really liked asking for more specification than just the news. And we'll try to ask for summaries on specific topics going forward. It effectively creates a personal preference news feed that I think is even better than basically RSS feeds I've created in the past. And I might even ask it to start reading some of the RSS feeds and giving summaries on that. Moving on, let's talk about today's hot topics. Now that I have summarized functionality, I want to talk about the two topics that were top of the news. On the rise of Nvidia and the AI boom, I've read a few articles over the past few weeks on Nvidia, and they are the makers of GPU or graphic processing unit chips. It was originally used to render better graphics in games than a CPU or chip or a central processing unit, but it was also found useful in boxes that do AI processing. There are a few other chips architectures, but Nvidia is currently leading the way and will be the first $1 trillion chip manufacturing company. All I've got to say on this is I had a buy order in on this already, and the stock's risen quickly, and I believe it's going to keep going unless something significant happens in the industry. And speaking of something significant happening in the industry, the other hot topic is AI an existential threat to human beings? So basically, we've invented an alien intelligence, and we don't really know how it works fully. There are emergent behaviors that we don't exactly know how they develop, but what we do know is how to put the parts together in a way that will make the AIs bigger and better and smarter, and they will have new and emergent behaviors. At some point, it's theorized that we'll have machines that truly think for themselves, and we don't know what they'll do. The point is called the singularity, and it means we'll have what's called artificial general intelligence. There's a whole lot of work to still get there, but the alien intelligence we've created is already faster and smarter than humans in a lot of ways. It has access to basically every piece of knowledge that's been published on the web. So if you've been listening to the news over the last few months, you've already heard a lot about this, and you might even be aware that Elon Musk, along with a large number of others, had to ask for like a 6-month hiatus on the development of AI. Well, I don't personally think that makes sense. I do agree with the letter that came out today from many of the leaders in the AI industry from around the world who are asking to work on legislation so we can try, and I emphasize the word try, to control. We can't, but maybe we can guide where AI is going and hopefully work with it and each other so that it doesn't end up in a mutually assured destruction of the human race. I will say that to me, this is the most critical issue facing us today. And in the US, there really isn't a candidate, at least as far as I've seen so far, who even has a real position on what should be done. AI should be the most critical issue in the upcoming elections, and AI itself, will influence these elections regardless of whether we have candidates' opinions on them. It's going to be used in working on the news and creating storylines and all that. We'll talk more about this in future discussions. For tomorrow, we're going to talk about the tree of thought, which is kind of a cool way of getting an AI to recursively think about a topic. And we might talk about how some of its uses for business. So that's today's 5 on AI. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, like, subscribe, share, and comment. All content is produced by Kevin Metzger, and I do collaborate with AI to get certain ideas and topics, and sometimes even write content, but not in today's show. All this was Kevin written, Kevin approved.